Hello, hello. Welcome back, everybody. Kayla and I are here, and we were just chit-chatting about all of the fun, exciting podcast episodes that we have coming up and deciding what we want to talk about in what order. And we felt the obvious choice for this week was to talk about what you can expect in our 5-day challenge next week, why we chose the topics we did, why you need to understand these to grow $1 million brand. And we're going to start this episode off the same way we do every episode, which is what are you grateful for? But before you answer, I need to tell you last night, I was laying in bed with Jeff and he was like, what does your day look like tomorrow? And I said, oh, Kayla and I are going to record some biz besties. And he was like, then he mocks my voice and he was like, okay, but before we get started, Kayla, what are you grateful for today? And then he's
Yeah.
pretending to be you. And he was like, I am so grateful that I can drop my kids off at school and it's just around the corner. And then what about you? And then he said, and then you're going to say, I'm so grateful for this community and I love all of our clients. And I was like, okay.
Jeff, he's our number one fan, so shout out to you, Jeff. Thanks for
Yeah.
supporting us.
Thanks for listening to literally every episode. He's like, your guys' podcast is one of my favorites. I truly learn stuff every week. I'm like, okay, that's great.
Aw.
But Kayla, what are you grateful for today?
I am grateful for Jeff Crone. Jeff Crone himself. Truly, okay, let's make this a shout out to Jeff. I'm grateful that no matter what time of day, no matter where you are on earth, if I were to call you or my kids were to call you or Nicole calls you or anyone in your family or any one of your friends calls you, you're like, yes, how can I help? What can I do? And it
Mm.
takes a really special person to be open and emotionally available to support your friends, family, everybody else in your life to that level. So I want to shout you out for that. And I want to shout you out for knowing how to fix lots of stuff and clean lots of stuff and just generally being a great resource of keeping things rolling and better than you when you arrived. Like everything Jeff does, it's like when he leaves the premises, it's much better. It's improved. And then also, you're such a good dog dad. You're always taking Louie out for big hikes and making it happen. And you show up for your own fitness and any kind of feedback that we accidentally give you because we're two coaches who are very close to you. And then we just can't help ourselves sometimes. You just roll with it. I love how I never have to worry if you're mad at me. And you always show up for us. So that's my shout out to Jeff.
Wow, what a shout out. He's going to love hearing
Yeah.
this.
Well, all those things are so true. Don't you agree?
I do agree. Yeah, I'm really surprised he's not a Virgo. And if we could pull his chart accurately, I'm sure he's got lots in Virgo because he is so detail oriented and organized and pays attention and those sorts of things. He's
Mhm.
out walking Louis right now at Mount Doug. They went out for their daily hike. Yeah, I agree. Okay, my gratitude is based off of a conversation we were having earlier in that we are so well connected to
Mm.
so many well resourced, kind, generous human beings. We were sitting
Mm.
here and we were just thinking about all of the incredible connections that we have and the people that would pull through for us if we needed them to, knowing that we would pull through for those people in a heartbeat if they asked for anything. And then once we got started on the list of all of these amazing people we knew, we were like, oh, yeah, and then this person and then that person. And it just really goes to show that when you put effort into friendships and connections and clients and your network, it pays off. Those people are there for you. They're genuinely there for you. And it does, like any relationship, whether it's business or intimate or friendship or whatever it might be, every relationship has to be reciprocal. It has to have a give and a take. And
Mhm.
you can't always show up and expect everybody to give, and give to you if you've not been willing to give anything to them. And I'm just so grateful for the deposits we've made over the years, but also the amount of generosity we've received over the years.
Yeah. I mean, just thinking about my birthday, there were so many wonderful people at my birthday party, and lots of them clients and old friends turning into new friends, and lots of people from our network, from My Aligned Purpose, and Nicole and I being friends in our network that way. And then this weekend, we went to Jen Sivertson's yoga studio opening in Souk to celebrate her. And everybody in that room was an amazing person, is an amazing person who was fun to hang out with and do yoga with and celebrate Jen with. And then we had Rachel Mark's birthday and seeing Rachel's network and those incredible women in Rachel's network, and Rachel being so generous in opening her network to us and to her friends so we can all get to know each other. I
Mhm.
mean, we know so many amazing women
Yeah,
and
truly.
men and men.
Yeah, and men. It's true, it's true. Okay, let's dive
All
in.
right.
We wanna spend next week with you,
We do.
and, we're doing it a little bit differently, where we're still running a 5-day challenge because that's how we like to do things. We've done 5-day challenges for the last 5 years, and, but what we're gonna do a little bit differently is we're going to make day 1 and 2 of the challenge self-paced. So you're gonna receive it in your inbox, where for those of you who are signed up, you're going to receive the challenge piece to your inbox. You're gonna do that, and that's like prep work
Mhm.
to come to Wednesday, Thursday, Friday live. This is real-time coaching. This is real-time hot seat, eyes on you. This is the opportunity to come meet. We always have hundreds of people who sign up. So, this is the opportunity to come meet other people that you could collaborate with, you can network with, you can tell them what your business is, you can hear what their business is because we never gatekeep. We're always like, what does everybody do? Drop it in the chat. How can we connect you? So, if you've been looking for an opportunity to meet new business owners, that's happening next week as well in the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And so we want to tell you a little bit about why we chose the topics that we did, like why we are confident that when you work on these 5 areas of your business, you can build $1 million brand.
Yeah, definitely. It's not that far away. Maybe from starting at $1, it seems like, oh my goodness, $1 million, a million. But actually, over time, as you accumulate sales, as you accumulate clients, you retain those clients. And we talk about, some of that in these 5 days. And we're going to give you something to action. That's why it's a challenge. Something to action every single day. And then we have lots of great prizes. So we're like, bring it. Who's competitive? Get in here, win. Shout out to all of our competitive aligned CEOs who, as soon as we say that word, are like, get out of the way. I'm going to the top. And I know people who are listening who maybe aren't in aligned CEO method yet, but are going to come and participate in this challenge. Maybe that is motivating for you.
Hmm.
So, yes. So, we have these things that we know are going to move you towards $1 million brand and then multi millions after that because the money accumulates. It doesn't stop. The money is a byproduct of you showing up and being who you are and what you love to do and helping people. And so we're moving things out of the way so that can happen.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Monday, day 1, September 15th. So come and join us. You're going to get an email at 6 a.m. that is a neuroscience backed future self activation. So you're going to do this future self activation, and then you're going to be able to have your declaration about who you're becoming and be super confident in describing that version of you as the CEO who's running this business, the $1 million brand. And we're doing this day 1 to set the tone because most people never get to experience this ever and even in their lifetime. You're
Hmm.
getting it for free at 6 a.m. on Monday morning. So
Yeah.
come and join us in the challenge.
What a way to kick off the week. And the thing I want to say, because again, we're not going to give you what these things are on this podcast. We want you to come to Free Week, but I want to share with you why. Why a future
Mhm.
self activation and why activation? It's not a meditation, it's an activation. It is meant to activate, like draw out of you that version of you that you're like, I know I can be more of myself. I can be more visible. I
Mhm.
can be more wealthy. I can be more confident. That version of you does exist, believe it or not. If you're sitting here listening, you're like, no, no, not for me. I'm introverted. I'm quiet. I'm not confident, whatever it might be. No, that version of you exists. And with the right neuroscience wording
Mhm.
and reprogramming and question asking, it's going to pull it out of you. And you're going to activate a part of you that has been dormant. And that part of you might have been dormant for the last couple of months. Maybe you're in a hard season, could be a few years, or maybe you're feeling like, I've just always felt this way as an adult. Like I don't know if that confident version of me exists. She
Mhm.
does. And let us prove it to you by you doing this future self activation. So we're super excited. Again, the way that you're going to get access to this is when you sign up to How to
Mhm.
Build Your $1 Million Brand Challenge. It's linked in the show notes. It's on our website. It's in our link in bio. Like it's literally everywhere. You can't miss it.
Mhm.
So make sure that you are signed up so that that's how you kick off your week.
Yeah. The cool thing about day one is that it applies at every level. So Nicole's gonna record it. I will do it the same time as everybody else or before when I'm putting the emails together. And at our $1 million brand level, I can listen to it and then I can envision myself at the $10 million brand level. There's no cap on earning. We're not like, okay, 1 million, that's it. Put the running shoes back in the closet, sit down, just relax. It's like, no, we're still going to go. The better it gets, the better it gets. The more momentum, the more it rolls. This is how it goes. And there's no cap, but from where you're starting to where you want to be, what you can possibly envision right now, that's what we're pulling out.
Mhm. Yeah. So that sets the stage for Monday for the week.
You have to be there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, day two, we're talking about magnetic messaging. We're going to give you an assignment to pull out that one sentence of magnetic messaging that is going to anchor you and how you show up and how you invite people into your business.
And we believe messaging is at the core of marketing, and marketing is at the core of selling, and
Mhm.
sales are the core of your business. You cannot sell something that people don't know about, and you can't tell
True.
people about your business if you're not saying it in a way that speaks to what they want to hear. We have given so many examples over the years of how powerful messaging can be. And we've seen, actually, I just saw before we hit record that an Align CEO sent us a message in the DMs that said, look at my social media analytics from a month ago versus look at my social media analytics from the last 30 days since I started actually showing up and creating
Mm.
content with the right message. And she's up to like over 65,000 views and engagements and followers and that sort of thing. That's because of messaging, speaking to the right people, saying the right thing at the right time. You can show up on social media every day. You could send an email every single day. But if your messaging sucks or if it's off or it's not what people want to hear,
Or it's not who you are. You're
yeah,
pretending to be someone else.
yes, or it's all AI or whatever it might be,
Mhm.
then your product or offer, whatever, is not going to land. And then you're going to think, nobody wants what I have for sale. No,
Mhm.
there's probably lots of people that want what you have for sale, but you're not saying it in a way that makes them think or know that they want it. So we're going to show you how powerful just making little tweaks to your messaging can be.
Okay, so day three, we move to in person. It's going to be so fun. You're going to complete the challenge for day one and day two. Bring that to day three, and we'll do a spinning wheel and we're giving away a strategy call. But you have to be on that call on day three to be considered for the strategy call
Mhm.
with us. It's going to be so much fun. So, anyways, back to day three. You are going to learn how to hone your offer, or if you don't have one yet, create it so that it's something your clients actually want and people see it and it's irresistible.
Yeah, absolutely. For those of you that are listening to this on Thursday, the 11th, when this episode goes live, if you have not yet listened to TGIM from this week, go back and listen to TGIM because I share on there 5 ways that you can make more money in your business before the end of 2025. And one of them talks about retweaking or honing in
Mhm.
on an offer you already have. Again, it might just mean that it needs a tweak in the title or who it's
Mhm.
for or an adjustment. And when we come together next week in the challenge and we're talking about an offer that is irresistible, right? What better place to get market feedback and market research than in a community that's led by us, two business coaches who have $1 million brand, plus all of these other people who are going to be in there that you can, ask questions and share what you're up to. And people can be honest with you and transparent with you of like, hey, the offer sounds great, but I'm not quite clear on who it's for.
Mhm.
Sometimes that one little piece of feedback can change everything for you, but you have to be in the room. And we're going to do some hot seat coaching, which is always really fun and powerful.
Mhm. We're going to teach you how to have this magnetic offer that people want to say yes to instead of you having to push it out and sell it to people. We want the energetic dynamic to be the opposite of that. The magnetic yes, when they find out about it, when they hear you talking about it, when they read it, they're like, yes, 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 this is what I want. So
Mhm.
that's what we're doing on day 3. Now, day 4 is about stepping into visibility in a way that feels really good for you and who you are. Not how other people are showing up, not how this person is on TikTok and I could never dance like that. No, 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 no. Showing up how you are, aligned with your energy and ready to serve.
Yeah, absolutely.
By the end of the day, you're going to have a visibility plan that you can start using right away. Like we said, that aligns with who you are. Excellent. Okay, so day 5 is about shifting your inner world so it matches the CEO life that you're building.
Yeah. I mean, identity. It's everything.
We're doing a wealth reset, a confidence reset. Friday is going to be so powerful because, like I said before, we can never do too much mindset, and every level that you get to requires you to, well, every new level that you want to go to requires you to step up and be someone a little bit different. And it's not losing yourself; it's just enhancing who you already are. It's
Mhm.
stepping into that next level of courage. It's stepping into the confidence that you can hold and produce and serve those clients is truly every single time we get to a new level, I'm like, oh, I can feel the up level happening. And to have the support to build that wealth and confidence is invaluable. So that's why we're giving it away on day 5.
I have a fun question for you related to that, just like real time, because I know people love when we coach one another on the podcast.
Mhm.
Who are you today that you have up leveled into or you've evolved into that is like very aware that you were not this version of yourself 5.5 years ago when we started? Like, what is a key indicator to you of like, oh, I've grown in that area?
Well, I think there's 2 things that come to mind right away. If I'm in a room of people who I don't like their energy, I exit the room. I exit the conversation. Sometimes it's awkward and I just get up and leave, which is cringy, but I get really quickly to a point where I'm like, no, I'm out of here. And I am just naturally bred to be such a people pleaser that it's hard for me to do that in every situation. But if it's a conversation around business that I don't want to be in, then I'm out. So there's that. And then giving away my time used to be something that I was okay with. And
Mm.
more and more and more and more, I'm like, no, I can't, I'm not doing that. I say no, I mean it, I step back. So, like, for example, I was going to put my kid in a program and volunteer in that program. So I went to the first meeting and then I found out everything that was involved in volunteering and how I was the only parent out of 20 who said, yes, I can be the parent volunteer here. And then all of the things that they wanted me to do to make it happen and taking on all these extra responsibilities. I don't have time. I'm not interested. I don't want to. So I just said, well, first I ran it by Nicole. She's like, no, you don't have to do that. So then I emailed and I said, sorry, I said could do this. I can't, and I'm out. Bye. I mean, that is not old Kayla. That's up leveled Kayla. What about you?
So cool. The initial thing that comes to mind is like my money mindset for sure.
Mhm,
But
mhm,
I could give 20,000 different examples, I think, of how my money mindset is different than it was 5.5 years ago. 5.5 years ago, I could not foresee a life that I wasn't living on credit cards. I was just like,
mm,
I want to have this really big life and I'm going to live beyond my means. And that's what credit cards are for, is to be able to advance what I want now and just pay it back over time. And I do still believe that. I do still believe that credit is there to get you where you need to go. The difference is that now I know I wouldn't put something on a credit card that I don't feel like I could pay back right away. Like that
mm,
it's going to drag on and on and on and on. And I just I have such an abundant mindset of like, I don't need to live off of credit. I create my wealth and my money through our business. And I just like have such a different way of seeing money, abundance. I've always been good at manifesting money, like if I needed a trip or whatever. And now it's actually what is really different for me now is building it.
mm,
Before it would be earn it, spend it, earn it, spend it. I was just like a vessel for money to come to and through. And now it actually feels really fun, as Amanda Francis says, to have a fat savings account. I'm like,
mhm.
That's fun.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, it
Yeah.
feels really
So
good to be able to hold and accumulate.
yeah. And much to you, similar to you, in that I'm not available for a coffee chat. Hey, can I
No,
just want to go for coffee and I can pick your brain?
no.
No, unless, I am a big believer in that, like, relationship building is important,
Yeah,
unless I really feel like there's an authentic exchange here where we can both bring value to one another. But if I feel like you want to go for coffee to pick my brain and honestly, there's nothing in it for me, no, you can have my link and pay me to pick my brain.
yeah, absolutely. I actually put my foot in my mouth the other day, and then it didn't go well at all with somebody who I was friends with previously, and our husbands are friends. And she was saying, "I haven't seen you in so long." And she asked me if I was mad at her a while ago, and I said, "No, I'm not mad at you." And I'm not. And she said, "What have you been up to?" And then asked me something about friends or who I hang out with or something, or our assistant or something like that. And I said, "Well, basically, if someone doesn't want to work out together or be in business, then I don't have that much time to hang out and just chat." And I think she took that personally because we were supposed to see each other later on in the weekend because they were here from Vancouver. And then they said they didn't want to see us. So I could tell in the moment the energy shifted and she felt like that was about her. But it wasn't. It's about generally how I am now. That's the up level, and that I feel confident with that, and I don't feel guilty about honestly spending my time either working out with people if they wanna hang out or talking about business. And so, yeah, I guess we're not friends anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
It's fine.
that's fine.
I'm like, oh, the amount of relationships, friendships, acquaintanceships that I've grown out of over the years.
Mhm,
And yeah, it's totally fine. It's such a good reminder for everybody that when you make space, clear out the old, in with the new can come.
mhm, mhm,
Just one more thing that I wouldn't have ever imagined 5 years ago is
mhm.
paying $80,000 a year for coaching. What?
I mean, I can't so many life upgrades have happened, and even in the last couple of years. I got laser eye surgery.
Huh,
I
I
mean,
know.
maybe I wouldn't have had the abundant mindset to say, "I'll pay $5,000 for my eyes to be permanently fixed." I can't picture being old Kayla and not doing that, but I'm sure I would have said, "No, I'll just have my glasses forever." But now that we have this business and we can hit the gas when we need more money, we can or want more money, we can create recurring revenue, we can teach other people how to build their wealth with what they love to do, and they're an expert in this area, and we see abundance, abundance, and people continuing to build all the time. And that's the conversation. I mean, it feels great to have no glasses. It feels great to have an upgraded smartwatch. It feels awesome to have an air conditioner. Like the heat pump was the adult upgrade of my lifetime. It's so nice to
I
have
know.
fresh air flowing through the vents every day and having a great backyard. I mean, there's a million things that because of the CEO identity upgrade with my aligned purpose, and because of the recurring money that we've been able to generate and the stability we've been able to generate by working on our own terms for our own business, I've been able to have in my life. And that's available for everyone listening. That's what we do all day. We
Mhm.
look at what you're really good at and how you can monetize that so it works way better for you than a normal 9 to 5 job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's our
Okay,
thing.
so we want you there next week.
Yes.
We know you need to be there. Every single woman deserves to make more money and have more resources and opportunities in her life.
Mhm,
And you could wait around and win the lottery. I mean, I'm here for that option if that's available to you. In the meantime, while you're waiting, and since life is passing, you might as well build something you're really proud of. And you
mhm.
can do that. Again, we built this $2 million company in 5 years from zero, from scratch, no
Yeah,
email list, no Instagram,
yeah,
no, nothing prior to it. If we can do it, you can do it. We're here to help. We've got this massive community of incredible women business owners, a couple of aligned men as well. And if you want a taste of what it's like to be in that energy, then come to this 5 day challenge. If you're already a client of ours, come to this 5 day challenge and revamp your energy. We're moving into a new season and we're
mhm,
moving into Q4, and it's just such a great opportunity. I know that if our coaches who we already pay money to be in their program and have a call with once a month, if they were running a 5-day challenge, I would sign up to it and I would go because I'd be like, well, I just want to learn more. Like, what do I
I
have to
wanna
miss
be
out
and
on?
yeah, I want energy more.
Yeah. I want to see who else shows up to this call. Who can I connect with? Who can I network with? Yeah. Okay. So we'll see you there next week. Again, it's linked in the show notes. It's how to build $1 million brand. It's a 5-day challenge. It's on our website. It's in our link in bio. It's literally everywhere. You could send us a message and say, hey, can you just directly send me that link? We will do that.
Yeah, myalignedpurpose.com, folks. We'll see you on Monday.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.